Most of the executives that might come on these rides probably don't spend a lot of time thinking that they're working, even though we are and getting paid for this, believe it or not. It's just a matter of talking to people and finding out what they think. It's almost like, the ultimate town hall from the standpoint of a manager or executive at Harley, is that you get to talk to people about the product, and in fact, that is a big topic of conversation. Guy I met on the first ride that ended up riding the whole way with our group, and then his girlfriend met him in Portland, Maine, and they rode back together. They're getting married tonight. So I am giving away the bride, and one of the other people on the road with us, and that first one is the best man, and another woman is the maid of honor, and so that's kind of neat. And there's no question I never would have met this guy otherwise. There's, quite frankly, we have nothing in common except riding.
The first posse ride that we did, we had a group meeting, but it wasn't as well organized and as well thought out. We want to bond people a little bit better from the start of the ride, before we even take the ride. We want to leave everybody on their own to feel out where their comfort level is on riding, on getting together with people, however that works out. And I talked to an individual today. He was concerned about, how am I going to meet people? I'm here by myself. And I said, well, all you have to do is come to story night, because when the riders meeting and story night happens, you will find people that have the same interests you do by how we facilitate that. And one of the ways we do it is we say, okay, everybody from the state of Maine stand up. So those people now have another thing in common.
Look around, because these people are from the same state, so you might find some friends here. Arizona. All right, got a couple groups there. California. Yeah. All right, California. Okay. California. All right, Colorado. Okay, very good. Connecticut. All right, there's a couple. Ohio. All right, Ohio. That's how it's done. Let's do that again. Ohio. Oklahoma. All right. Wait a minute. Ohio.
We plan these rallies ourselves because we're motorcyclists. There's no big magic formula. This is not something that you find, in a case book. I mean, if you don't ride, you're not going to know what is going to be fun to a rider. And because of that, we have a lot invested, a big personal investment in the success of this rally. And we're doing it because we want to do it, number one, because we're riders, but we want everybody that comes along to have a good time. So we're visible to hear the feedback. And one thing that you can be sure of, and that if you know any of these people, they are not shy.
81 years old, September 20th. He's 6 years old.
Our riders want to be treated special. If we can go into a town and close off a street, they like that. That's pretty awesome then. So we look for those hot buttons, and we try and say, okay, how can we weave that into our event to make that a very special part of the ride? When we started out with the oath, it wasn't really meant to be a serious part of the trip, but the members took it upon themselves. Once they said that oath, that meant that was the rule.
I will never trailer.